We're now going to talk about Timbuktu and other constructions. Remember, at certain points in history, Timbuktu, the universities in Timbuktu were educating more individuals than the entire population of London. It was an extremely intellectual establishment. There was extreme focus on intellectual development in Timbuktu. Mansa Musa, the leader of ancient Mali, embarked on a revolutionary building program. He built mosques and madrasas. Madrasas are educational establishments built besides mosques. Remember, the Prophet Muhammad said, "Seek knowledge." This is testimony to the prophecy of, which is in the Quran, or the teachings within the Quran. Seek knowledge. Most notably, Mansa Musa commissioned the ancient centre of learning, which was the Vasancor Madrasa, i.e. the University of Vasancor. The university was staffed by Mansa Musa himself, who recruited jurists, astronomers, and mathematicians. Scholars came from around the African continent and the Middle East. Many of the architects who built these developments came from Moorish Spain and from Cairo, Egypt. They also built Mansa Musa's Grand Palace in Timbuktu and the Dijin Geber Mosque, which still stands today. It was an African development which drew from the best talents in the world. It was an international project. Merchants came from modern-day Nigeria, Egypt, and other African kingdoms. It was an international attempt to build an urban city with a rich focus on trade and educational betterment. Timbuktu was a great city situated in Mali and is still visited today. Due to the trade routes between North and Sub-Saharan Africa, Timbuktu developed into a centre of trade and exceptional international centre for education. By the 14th century, Timbuktu had a population of 115,000 people, with 30,000 of them, just under 1/3 of them, in school and 25,000 of them in university education. So this is, similar to those towns like Canterbury, where during the holidays you don't see anyone there, and then when it's term time, everyone's there. This was an extremely intellectually focused town. Now, London and even Canterbury today, despite having 3 universities, have less than half the population of medieval Timbuktu. That's how developed it was. Timbuktu was the centre of Islamic scholarship. Unlike other religions which have historically repressed the education of the masses to control information distribution, Islam, different to this, encouraged all followers to learn Arabic so they could read the Quran. Now, if we compare this to, for example, medieval England or medieval Western Europe, it was only the elite who were able to speak English or Latin, which was the language which the Bible was translated into. Now, because in ancient Mali, they and a lot of other, I suppose today still, Muslim majority countries, because they encourage learning and encourage literacy, it provided exceptionally high literacy rates, i.e. the ability to read for the time in the Islamic world. So in the Islamic world, you'd see higher literacy rates because everyone was taught to read the Quran than, for example, Christendom. The city of Timbuktu set the standards of urban living around the world. Sergio Doman, an Italian scholar of art and agriculture, wrote, "Thus was laid the foundation of an urban civilization. At the height of its power, Mali had at least 400 cities, and the interior of the Niger Delta was very densely populated." After recapturing the city from the kingdom of Mossi, who invaded in 1330, Musa built a rampart and stone fort and placed a standing army to protect the city from future invaders. By the end of Mansa Musa's reign, Vasancor University had been converted into a fully staffed university with the largest collection of books in Africa since the Library of Alexandria, which is in Egypt, holding around 1 million manuscripts. Many scholars regard the Malians' trade of books as being greater than the source of their gross domestic product of gold or salt. So they could sell books and make more profit, make more money by selling their books than they would by selling gold or salt. Now, my task to you, I want you to explore the modern equivalents of Timbuktu today. Can you draw parallels to other demographic areas which pride innovation, such as Silicon Valley? How might Timbuktu have encouraged the development of Africa? My second task to you is I want you to explore as to why in medieval times books may have been more valuable than gold or salt. Think that this is before mass printing and was during a time of very fast technological progression. Why might books have been so valuable? This is a very different time. Now you can look on your phone or your internet and you've got everything you want. At this time, if you wanted select information, you had to go to the right library. This could be in Timbuktu, i.e. West Africa, or it could be Mali. Mali, so it could be in West Africa, Timbuktu, or it could have been in Egypt, i.e. in Alexandria, or it could have been in Paris. So why are books so valuable in this period of history? Explore under your teacher's guidance, and when you're ready, we can continue.